Hello friends, you're the Lonesome Gamer, and tonight I'm playing Zombies by Twilight Creations. In this game you're a survivor of a zombie apocalypse and you find yourself in a city overrun by zombies. The main goal is, first to survive and to find the helipad where you got to get into the helicopter and try to flee from this hell. This game is for 2 to 6 players, I think. And I'm a lonesome gamer, so I had to come up with some solitaire rules here. And I posted them on BGG. And before I start the game now, I want to show you some expansions, because this game has a lot of expansions and there are spin-offs and a whole lot of stuff all around this game. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot of stuff, and that is not even all. So here the base game, and it's important to see this is the second edition. The first, well, actually it's the German edition of the base game, but it's the second edition, which is from the artwork identical with the English second edition. And there's a big difference to the first edition. The first edition has more, well, I don't know, maybe a more comic style artwork, maybe a little childish artwork, while this artwork here is much more detailed and darker. The cards are the same though, but the tiles, the street tiles, the building tiles, there's a big difference here, and I prefer the second edition. Then we have here Zombie Cores, Zombies 2, Zombie Cores. This is about a military base with some super government enhanced zombies. Then this is Zombies 3, the Mall Walkers. That is a little bit like the old Romero movie. You fight your way through a shopping mall and try to get to the helicopter there. Then here we have Zombies 3.5. This is just cards. In the other expansions you have cards and location tiles, and here you have even a few zombie miniatures. Here you have only cards. 3.5, not dead yet. And then we have here Zombies 4, the end. And that is actually a standalone set. It plays not in a city, but in the wilderness. And you fight zombie dogs instead of normal zombies. And you can combine this with the other, with the base game, or you can play it as a standalone game. Then here we have No Guts, No Glory. That is School's Out Forever, Zombies 5. Well, that takes place in a university. New cards, new location tiles. And there's also a new game mechanic with the guts. And that is now 6 Feet Under, Zombies 6. And here you have the sewers and the subway. That's the main edition of this expansion. Zombie 7, Send in the Clowns. Well, that is an expansion about the carnival with new miniatures, zombie clowns, and a few new rules. And here we got Zombies 8, Jailbreak. Well, obviously this plays in the jail and you gotta get free first. And well, then you have to try to escape there and got to get to the helicopter somehow. There are actually more expansions. I think the next one, Zombies 9, is called Ashes to Ashes, which is about a cemetery. And I think it's also a standalone set. And then there is number 10 is about some addictions, as far as I know. I think that's it. I'm not sure about that. And then there are spin-offs. Humans, for example. And I think there are already 1 or 2 expansions of Humans. And there you don't play a survivor, but you play a zombie trying to eat humans. And then you got Martians, which is basically the same concept with a Martian invasion. And finally you got something in the medieval where there are skeletons instead of zombies. But I haven't played all that stuff. So I only can tell you about that. But to be honest, after 8 expansions, it was kind of enough. I mean, it's a great game, but I think I'm done here. Actually, I'm not going to show you all the expansions. I will not play with Zombies 4. I don't like that. I don't like these dogs. I use the weapons of Zombies 4, but nothing else. So let's do this away. And Zombies 7, I don't like that either. I don't know, with the clowns and this carnival rules. Just not, thematically this is not what I like. I'm gonna use, I think, 1 or 2 cards, which I find funny, but the rest goes away. And Zombie 6, well, I will not use the sewer rules, but I will use the subway. So, well, that's basically it. Let's set up the game. So the game is set, and before I start, I just want to thank my friend Francesco from Italy. He noted that I lost my dice all the time, and so he sent me a dice tray as a donation, and well, I'm gonna use that from now on, I guess. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is the setup. As you can see, there's not much to do here. And we start with 2 piles, and always remember these are all my house rules. So we have 2 piles of cards. These are all the weapons. And in this pile there are the other cards. These are the tiles where the streets and the buildings are. And inside that pile there are 2 entrance tiles, 2 expansions. There is the front gate of the military base and the front door of the shopping mall. Just shuffled in. In the second half of this pile is the helipad, and that is where we gotta go. Here we have some tokens, life points, bullets, Here we have some gut tokens, and you can see the other miniatures, the colors of the other players here, wonderful color. And here we have the zombies, lots of them. And they come actually in two different models. Male zombies, these, and female zombies, here. And actually I think, considering that this game is comes for a pretty cheap price, just about, I don't know, 20 euros I think, or 25 maybe, I'm not sure about that. I think that's really pretty cool. You got about 100 zombies. So, yeah, I think that's a fair trade. And we now start here in the town center with our miniature. Oops. Here we go. Shotgun guy. And as you can see, the artwork of these tiles is really great. I really like that. It's a pretty dark artwork, pretty detailed. So yeah, looks really cool. And here in the center we start. And now, first thing we do in a turn is we draw a new tile. And that is the flower shop. You can see here the burning houses, like a car crashed into this house. So there's a lot of detail that you can see on these tiles. And normally you can place these tiles that you've drawn where you want them, but according to my rules they are placed on a random position. So we now have 4 options to place them. We roll a die, and that is here on the left, and then we see so it's placed like this. Okay. And then we have to place 3 new... No, wait a minute. That's a shop. So you can see here the Z indicates how many zombies. It's 3, 1 life point, 1 ammunition point. I think in the English version it's a B for bullet. So now we place 3 zombies in that shop. And we place 2 tokens, a life and an ammo token here. So 1 here and 1 here. We can choose where we want to place them. Just like this. And yeah, by the way, we start with... Oh, I forgot that. We start with 5 life points, 5 bullets, and we have 5 gut tokens. And that means that we actually can start with 5 cards, because the number of gut tokens, is our hand limit. And at the beginning, at the start, we can draw 1 weapon card. That is a sickle. And let me see, I got a special rule for the sickle, because normally this is playable in Zombies 4, but I don't play with that. So it's playable at the garden center and the outfitter in the shopping mall. Okay. And then we draw 4 cards from this pile, and only cards that give us a positive effect, these are cards that we will keep. So that is Go Team Go. You may play this card on any player. Target player bypasses all combat on one tile for 1 turn. Okay, that's good, we will do that, we will keep that. That's bad, you have an open lace, open shoes. That slows us down, we don't keep that. That's also great, that allows us, so the keys are still in. So that allows us to move pretty fast for 1 turn. This is the 3rd card. That's pretty bad. Where is that music coming from? That might be good. Play this card to cancel any event card that is directly played on you. You may not violate normal card playing rules with this card. Okay. And then the 4th card. Yeah, that's, you're looking at me. That's also, I think that might be a good card. Yeah, this is a card which also has another meaning, a little bit of another meaning. Cancel any negative effect of 1 card. Normally it would say that if a player just played a card on anybody else, you have to, he has now to choose another random target for that card. But because I'm playing alone, many of these card texts don't work, and I have to change them a little. And now we draw actually another weapon. That's the fire axe, which is a pretty cool weapon. And this weapon is placed on the table. And that is, well, kind of an imaginary opponent. There are many cards, many event cards that allow us to take cards from an opponent. And in this case, we have this card and we can then simply take that card. During the game, there will be more cards placed here. So the opponent will also get, well, some small hand actually, and we will be then allowed to take cards from that opponent. So we've drawn that that first tile, and second thing we got to do in a turn is to draw a normal card. And that means, where is everybody? And I also have a special rule for this card. It's this one: where did everybody go? Move 4 spaces less than your movement roll shows. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get to that building. Maybe I can get this ammunition and the life points here. And now I'm gonna roll my movement die. And I'm sorry, my voice is gone. And I'm gonna use an 8-sided die. That's also different to the normal game. I want to be a little faster moving through the street, so I use the 8-sided die. Let's see. So that's a 5. And now I gotta subtract 4 because of this card, because I'm looking and try to figure out where everybody is, so I can only move one space. So I simply move here. Okay. And then we have the zombie movement. And now it's also different. Normally zombies move just one space, but I roll now 2 dice. The blue dice shows how many zombies move. The red dice shows how far they move. And this is a D3. So not 6-sided, but only 3-sided die. So let's see. So basically 6 zombies move 1 space. Well, there are just 3 zombies, so they all move 1 space. Zombies can only move through the door. They can't move through windows. The player can enter the building through windows. That is possible. So the zombies move now here. 1, 2, and the third one cannot even move. Okay. That's basically it. That was the zombie movement. And then we have to come to our hand limit, discard down to our hand limit. That would be the last phase of the turn. Well, we have 5 cards, so that's fine. That's it. That was the first turn. Let's see what the next one brings. Okay. That's the police station. So let's see where we place that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Well, that's right here. And we have 6 zombies there. 2 life points, 4 ammunition. This is actually even more interesting, so we might go here. Okay, so police station, 4 ammo, 2 life points, 6 zombies. And then we draw a card. And that means, well, bad orientation. You have to go back to the town center. Well, okay, in this case, it's not too bad. We simply go here, we simply move here. And then we are allowed to move just in a normal way. So, again, we roll the 8-sided die. And that is a 7. And now, well, obviously we have 7 movement points. And if I roll a 7 and an 8 on an 8-sided die, I'm allowed to draw an additional card. And that card is from the weapons pile. So that is a meat cleaver. And I think that's pretty awesome. Play this card in front of you when you are in any building or store. You gain +1 to all your combat rolls until you lose a life token in combat. So that's a really cool weapon, because you can play it in every building. Most of the weapons are restricted to just 1 or 2 buildings where you can play them. So that's really good. And then in addition, because we rolled a 7, we gain another gut token. On a 7 or 8, you also gain a gut token. You can never have more than 8 gut tokens altogether, and you can never have more than 6 life points. So now 1, 2, and now we move here into the building. 3. And now we have to fight our first zombie. And fighting is actually very simple. You simply roll a die. On a 4 to 6, you kill the zombie. 1 to 3, you take a hit. So let's see. Well, that's not enough. That's a 2. So now I can decide. I can give away 1 ammo to add 1 to the die roll. So that would make it a 3. That wouldn't be enough too, so I have to give away 2 ammo to have a 4 to kill the zombie. Or I could simply decide to lose 1 life point and then roll again. And that's what I'm going to do. So I give away a life point and then I roll again. And this time it's a 6. Perfect. We killed the zombie. Yeah. Okay. And then, come on, yeah, we're allowed to pick up this ammunition counter, but that is only possible. You can only pick up these counters after you've killed the zombie in that space. By the way, there is always, there's only 1 zombie per space allowed. And now we can simply play the meat cleaver. And that gives us now a +1 on the combat rolls until we lose a life point. So that's pretty awesome. And okay, now I suggest we move here. We had a movement roll of 7, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Oh man, that's a 3. So, because of the +1 of the meat cleaver, so I give away now a bullet token. And the zombie is killed. And I get my second. I can pick up this bullet token here. By the way, in the normal game you can also win by killing a certain amount of zombies. This is not possible here. The goal is to survive until you come to the helipad. Oh man, that's bad. That's the fight with the next zombie. Well, normally I would give away a life point here, but I don't want to lose that meat cleaver. So I prefer to give away 2 of these bullet tokens to kill that next zombie. And I can pick up another one. Well, I didn't roll exactly good in here. And then it's the next one. And that's a 4, so that is a success. So that one goes now too. We can pick up this life point. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can move 1 more. It's here. And okay, that's enough because we can add 1. Fine. Okay. So that was now my movement phase, and now we come to the zombie movement. Again, we roll 2 dice. And now 2 zombies can move 3 spaces, because that's a 3-sided die, remember? So 2 zombies can now move 3 spaces. So now the 2 closest zombies will move. First it's this one, and he'll only move 1 space and attack me. And then it's this guy here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and we haven't exceeded our hand limit, so everything's fine here. Okay, so now we simply draw the next tile, and this time it's a crossing. And let's see where we can place that. 1, 2, 3, 4 options. So this is now placed right here. And if there is no building on a tile, then you place no building with no building with a name like the police police station or the flower shop here. This is not here. They are just apartments here. So now you place one zombie for each street that goes out of this tile. So in this case you simply place 4 zombies here. And here you simply place them on the streets themselves. And these buildings here, these are not legal spaces. Neither zombies nor I can enter these buildings. The same with these buildings here, that one or that one, for example. I can only enter this shop here, where it's written, the flower shop, or here the police station. But I cannot enter this building here. Okay, so now we have here 4 zombies. And yeah, fine. So first what we do is we draw a card, once again. And that says I could use that. And that says steal 1 bullet or guts token from another player. Okay, now we could either keep that card for later use, or we can use it right away, and I think I will do this. I'll take a bullet token, and that's it then. And now I'm on the same space with the zombie. So now I can't move away. I have to kill that zombie first. So let's see. And that's a hit. So zombie is killed. And now I'm doing my movement. And that is a 1. And this is again something special. We had that before. When I roll a 7 or 8, I will get a gut token and I'm allowed to draw a weapons card. In this case it's a little different. On a 1 or 2, I lose a gut token. And remember, this is my hand limit, so it's not good to roll too many of this. And I have to draw one of the event cards. If the event card would have a positive effect, it doesn't count. It's simply discarded. If it's a negative effect, it counts. So let's see what that is. Oh, that's new. So that has also a special rule for my solitaire game. I'm not playing with the sewers, and that is simply no movement for 1 turn. Okay. So I'm stuck here, and yeah, in this case nothing happens, and we have zombie movement. So let's see. So this is now 1 zombie moving 3 spaces. So it's again this guy, 1, 2, 3, and he enters the building. Fine, next turn. As you can see, it's a very fast game. And that is a corner. Again, no special building. Okay, and because there are two ways leaving that tile. We have to place two zombies there. Let me draw a card. Sheer determination. Quite some bloody art here. Discard one bullet and one life token to take any card from your discard pile into your hand. You may not violate normal hand size by using this card. Okay, that can be an interesting card actually. So first we have to move again. And that's a 4. So now I simply move here, 1. And then I'll pick up the bullet, and then I move here, 2. Okay. And I have to fight that zombie. And that's no problem, I killed him. And now I will stay in this building, and you'll see in the next turn why. So first we come now to the movement phase of the zombies. And we have 2 zombies moving 3 spaces. So let's see now which zombies are the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it's this one. 1, 2, 3. And then let's take this one, 1, 2, 3. Okay, fine. And then we have to discard one card. And I think, well, it's not so easy. I think it will be this card. Go team, go. I have to give that away now. Okay, next turn. That's a subway station. Okay, and now we have another house rule. Instead of moving, well, first I have to draw a card, by the way. Ah, that's a brain cramp. Okay, so now I have to move. That's a little sad, but okay. And this is normally the opponent can decide where you move. In this case, I simply roll a movement die, and then I move completely random. So that is a 3. And now I randomly determine where I have to move. There are 4 different options here. So in this case it's number 3. So I move down here. And then it's it's here. And then it's back again. So in this case it wasn't too bad if you're standing in a group of zombies or so. You're really in a problem if you have that brain cramp. But in this case it wasn't too bad. Okay, but now my movement is gone, and well, that's it. And again we have zombie movement. And these are now 4 zombies moving 1 space. So first of all these 2 move. And then we have 1 zombie, let's say this one, moving here. And the other one moving here. Wants to leave the building and then go in my direction. Okay. And here we have another crossing. Okay, this ended up down here. And now, draw a card. Raise your hand. Play this card to immediately cancel any card played on you. Well, that's good. So now it will be my movement phase, but, and this is now as I said, another house rule of mine. Instead of moving, I can search a building if there is no other zombie in that building. And to do this, I simply roll a die. And if I roll a 4 or 4 to 6, I'm successful. And then I might find some ammunition. Let's see. Yes, perfect. That's a 6. So I found some ammunition here in the police station. And now the question is how many? We have here 6 spaces. That's the size of that police station. And I can find a maximum of half the size of the police station. So I could now find between 1 and 3 bullets. So again, we simply roll a die. And these are 2 bullets because it's a 1 or 2 would be 1 bullet, 3 or 4 would be 2 bullets. So in this case, we find 2 bullets in the police station. And actually it looks quite good. We are completely healthy. We have a lot of bullets, good weapon. So everything seems to be fine. I gotta throw away a card. Which one will that be? Well, we now have actually 3 cancel cards. I think that's not necessary to have that many. So I think I will simply throw away that one. Raise your hand. And that's it then. Okay, another tile. And that is the liquor store. Here we have also a lot of chaos on the street. Okay, so let's see where this ends up. Liquor store ended up here at the very top, so this time we got to place 3 zombies, 2 life and 1 bullet there. Let's see what the card gives us. Oh, that's bad. These are butterfingers. And that simply means that you have to discard a weapon. So I had to discard the meat cleaver, a weapon that, not a weapon in your hand, but a weapon you're using. So I have to discard the meat cleaver. But I don't want to do that. So in this case, I will use this card here, looking at me, and that allows me simply to cancel the effect of the butterfingers, because weapons are absolutely vital. If you don't have a weapon, you're in trouble. So now we move, and I think I'm going to move here, try to go into these buildings over there. And that's an 8. That is good, because that allows me to take another gut token and it allows me to draw a weapon. That's a bet. Let me see. Put this card into play when you are on any zombie 5 tile. While in play, the bet adds +2 to all your combat die. Discard the bet if you are forced to spend any life or bullet tokens during combat. That's a pretty good weapon. We are not playing with zombie 5 tiles, but I think I had a special rule for that anyway. Let me see. Here we are. Bet. Yeah, also playable at the sports shop. So that might come up. And then 1, 2, 3. Now we have to kill that guy or that lady here. And that's a hit. 4. That's bad. But okay, we have enough bullets, so we're giving away 2 of them. And that allows me to kill that zombie. 5, 6. Well, the problem is We already have 6 life, so we cannot have any more life. So let me see, we were here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we attack this guy. Okay, we have to spend 1 bullet here, but we can take this one, so it's fine. Okay. And then it's the zombie movement. And these are 2 zombies moving 3 spaces. So these are these 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Fine. Okay, so until now we're really doing good, and I think you get the idea. It's definitely not a very clever game, but I always enjoy it, and it can become very intense. When we get out of ammo, and that might happen, or if we lose our weapon, which is also possible anytime, then yeah, this will be much harder. So, well, hope to see you in my next video, and until then, bye.